50th Annual World Championship pumpkin way off in Half Moon Bay, California, with a piece of produce he affectionately named Michael Jordan.
The man came to win, Sasha. As our colleagues at Minnesota Public Radio put it in their coverage, sometimes you got to gourd big or gourd home.
It's WNYC. Stay with us. Marketplace is next on the show tonight. For small business owners, getting a loan to meet their needs these days has not been easy.
They're very quick to tell you, no, it would be very hard for us to put you in this part. No, this wouldn't really work.
The outlook on lending from the borrower's perspective. That's coming up next on Marketplace. It's currently 63 degrees, mostly cloudy in New York City. There's a chance of some light rain tonight, sprinkles even. We'll have a low around 52. Tomorrow it'll be sunny with temperatures again reaching the mid to high 60s in the afternoon. You're listening to WNYC on Tuesday. It's 6:30.
WNYC is supported by New York Blood Center. A blood emergency has been declared, meaning they have less than a 3-day supply of blood on hand for hospitals. There is no substitute for blood. Schedule an appointment at nybc.org.
WNYC, independent journalism in the public interest. 93.9 FM and AM 820. NPR News and the New York Conversation.
Marketplace is supported by Michigan Technological University, where data science students master data mining, predictive analytics, and ethics to prepare for tomorrow's big data challenges. Online at mtu.edu/computing.
On the program today, a little bit of small business, some economic data because, of course, and then mushrooms. Really? From American Public Media, this is Marketplace.
Marketplace is supported by C3 AI. C3 Generative AI provides ChatGPT enterprise search that is verifiable, secure, and accurate across all enterprise data. C3.ai. This is Enterprise AI.
In Los Angeles, I'm Kai Risdall. It is Tuesday today. This one is the 10th of October. Good as always to have you along, everybody. We are going to begin today with an eye, of course, on the Middle East and a couple of quick data points on the economic ripple effects of the horrible violence over there. Equities, which is to say stocks, here and in Europe and in most of Asia, mostly calm, up a little bit, actually. Crude oil today, down just a hair, but generally stable. The dollar, about which we talked yesterday, the whole flight to quality thing, also steady. So on we will go to our news of this Tuesday, starting with small businesses, the source of most of the jobs in this economy as it happens. The National Federation of Independent Business was out with its Small Business Optimism Index this morning. And optimism might not be the right word here. Just a quarter of small businesses say their credit needs are being met, that they can borrow money if they have to. So Marketplace's Justin Ho looked at the lay of the land of small business lending right now and how business owners and their lenders are feeling about things.
Ever since last year, business at Rothman's has been pretty good. The New York clothing store's co-president, Ken Giddens, says people are going to weddings and back to the office.
Things are under control, and for the most part, we can operate efficiently and profitably at these levels.
Giddens says he doesn't want to take on the risk of a new loan because right now he's not interested in making Rothman's any bigger.
You know, expansion just for the sake of expansion is not necessarily a good thing. At the end of the day, it's whether you're making money.
Not every business is feeling so content. Jess Harrington owns Jess Finest, a company that stages homes that are up for sale with furniture, lighting, and new paint. She says her revenue has doubled every year since 2019, and now she's at a pivotal moment.
I either need to cap my availability and turn business away, or I will need capital in order to continue to scale.
But many of the lenders Harrington's talked to are hesitant to loan her the money she wants.
They're very quick to tell you, no, it would be very hard for us to put you in this part. No, this wouldn't really work.
A lot of banks have been more cautious about lending to certain sectors of the economy that aren't doing so well. That includes commercial real estate and the businesses that support it.
We have looked at an elevator company that services office towers. We have a concern about it.
That's Dominic Miarton, CEO of Optus Bank in South Carolina. He says he's not pulling back from the commercial real estate sector, but he is being more diligent. That's meant asking borrowers some tougher questions.
What happens if your business revenues decline? What happens if the interest rates continue to increase? What happens if there is a hiccup in the economy and this mythical soft landing doesn't happen?
Miarton says there are plenty of other sectors that are doing okay, so he's trying to pick up new customers that can't get loans from other banks. I'm Justin Ho for Marketplace.
On Wall Street today, the bond market was open for the first time since war broke out in the Middle East. Again, mostly calm. We'll have the details when we do the numbers. You've probably got thoughts on climate change, right? Or the Russian invasion of Ukraine, or politics, or religion, or any one of a number of things that are happening right now. Well, after a couple of years where corporate America was making known its thoughts on those kinds of things too, because consumers wanted them to, the tide seems to be turning. A new Bentley Gallup survey says fewer Americans, 41%, think businesses should take a public stand on current events. That is down from 48% just 1 year ago. Marketplace's Kristen Schwab is on the Corporate Public Relations Peril Desk today.
When deeply polarized politics became the norm sometime around 2016, Americans were grasping for some sense of control. And Barbara Kahn, a marketing professor at Wharton, says people wanted to vote, not just at the ballot box, but with their dollars.
And they started to turn to business people and think that business people could make a difference.
And boy, did businesses try. Companies marketed their way through COVID lockdowns, the murder of George Floyd, the fight over LGBTQ and reproductive rights. Now Kahn says the messages have become watered down and overwhelming.
Every time you go to have a beer or drink something, you have to decide, does this brand agree with my politics or not? I mean, that gets old.
Especially when the messages seem like a ploy to turn a profit. Remember that Pepsi ad where Kendall Jenner unifies Black Lives Matter protesters and police with a fizzy drink?
Consumers see right through that.
They see through insincerity. Cynthia Clark, who authored the Bentley Gallup study, says consumers are more interested in topics that connect with a brand's identity. Climate change is high on that list, maybe because manufacturing can have a heavy carbon footprint. Consumers also care about mental health and the way companies support their own workers.
Companies do have some sort of control over that, right? They provide those benefits.
In the end, consumers also just have different standards for different products. Maybe we don't care what our toothpaste says about us, but we do care about what our shoes say as we walk through the world in them. Marcus Collins, author of For the Culture, says Nike's deal with Colin Kaepernick was controversial, but consistent with the brand and customer.
The people who saw the world similarly said, oh, well, I stand with Cap, and therefore I'm buying more Nikes.
He says Nike took consumption and turned it into a way for customers to show off their values. I'm Kristen Schwab for Marketplace.